So moving from the first tab to the second tab, which is the measurements tab, here we're looking at, the other thing I want to point out is that once you click on the measurements tab, you've got two options for views. This is the tile view option. So this is the one that we're looking at right now. And what you'll notice is that we get basically like a mini tile version of each one of the different types of images. We can filter these images based on type of image. So if I wanted to, I could say, I only want to see my acoustic images, or I only want to see my thermal images. So I can choose to filter. I can sort my images based on name, A to Z or Z to A. I can also sort based on date, newest to oldest or oldest to newest. And I can search for file by name. So if I have hundreds or thousands of files like some of our customers do, I can use the search box to find them. Now here you're going to notice that these are acoustic images because you can see the little sound image there in the circle. And this is a thermal image. So I'm not currently filtering any of my images right now. I'm just showing all of my images, but this is what the acoustic images will look like after they've been downloaded. So next, we're still on the measurements tab, but now we've switched over. We're looking at the Explorer view. So this is the tile view and this is the Explorer view. So in the Explorer view, what you'll notice is that you can tell that these are thermal images just by their appearance. You can also tell that they're thermal images because they end in a .is2 extension. That's what the thermal images are. You'll notice that these, the Fluke fan icon, are your acoustic images. So all of your acoustic images, they don't have a thumbnail version of it. They just have the file name, and your acoustic images will end in a .as2 extension. So IS2 is thermal, AS2 is acoustic. And you can tell these are acoustic again because they have the Fluke fan icon. And also you can search for a file by name here as well. So if you double click back on the measurement tab, if you double click on a thermal image, so let's say I double clicked on a thermal image, one of my thermal images, I think it's this one. Yes, it launches the editor. So this is what the editor does on a thermal image. You've got 4 tabs: optimize, analyze, notes, and image info. And you can go in and make all different kinds of edits. You can change the palette, the saturation, the level and span, the blending, IR blending, information, etc. And once you've made those changes, you can save them. So this is for a thermal image. If you double click on an acoustic image, it's a little bit different. You'll see that you don't have any of the options that you have for thermal image because you are not able to edit this data. This is basically locked in information. So you've got image information. This is what was taken out at the site, the acoustic image itself. This is the file name. And then you've got, you can see that this type of capture, we'll talk about this in a minute, was Elite Q capture. And you've got all the other information related to this sound image. The one thing you can do for editing on acoustic images is you can edit the notes or the photo notes. So here on this particular image, it's the 0302 image. We can see that we already have 2 notes currently entered. Notes are automatically date and time stamped by the user. So I was logged in as Riley Russell, my demo account, and this is the date and time stamp that this note was added to this particular image. And there's 2 different notes. Now, if I wanted to, I could add another new note about this, some observation or analysis that I've performed. I can also edit the existing notes, or I can delete the existing notes. Now, notes can be added, like I said, from the Fluke Connect desktop software. They can also be added in the acoustic imager itself. So while you're out in the field or in the factory and you're taking these images, if something comes to mind, you can actually enter the note in the acoustic imager itself, and it will get saved back to the file.